So as you could see by the title of this video, the topic today is about how we can see the good in literally everything in our lives. Now, I know that's a bold statement. How can we see the good in literally everything in our lives? And my first answer to that question is that it's a process. And the first thing, before even getting into any of the steps, I want to emphasize the point that we all have the power and the ability to choose what we see and how we see it. When you begin to focus on something and it's now in the front of your mind, it begins to show up more in your life. For example, let's say you just bought a new pair of sunglasses. You see a beautiful pair of sunglasses at the store and you're like, I didn't see anyone else wearing these sunglasses. They're unique, they're beautiful. So you buy them. So you buy the sunglasses and all of a sudden, now you're noticing wherever you go, you're starting to see people with those sunglasses. But it's not like they weren't there before you bought the sunglasses. You just weren't focusing on it. You weren't paying attention to other people wearing the sunglasses until it became at the forefront of your mind, at the forefront of your focus. That's when you started to realize other people around you actually had the same pair of glasses. People were always wearing them, but your focus wasn't on the sunglasses. So the idea is that whatever's at the forefront of our mind, whatever's at the forefront of our focus, you will start to see things aligning in your life that will bring out that thing that you just began to focus on. It shows the power of our minds and our ability that once we focus on something, we can consciously see it in our physical reality. So the same thing goes for seeing other people. If you choose to see people as mean, hurtful, disrespectful, liars, you have a negative connotation about people or even a specific person, then that's what you're going to be focusing on and that's what you're going to get back. That's what you're going to receive. But if you're thinking about people as people are always generous to me, they're kind, they're supportive, they're friendly, everyone I meet is uplifting and loving and whatever, if you think that way, then you'll find yourself in encounters and situations where people reciprocate that thought towards you. What you decide to put your focus on, you will attract that to you. That's what you told your brain. You told your brain, I'm gonna see people that are supportive, that are loving, that are kind to me. That's what you're telling yourself. That's your expectation. So that's what you're going to receive. If you choose that perspective to see people in a positive light, then that will be reciprocated to you. You will then attract more people into your life that will portray the thoughts that you had. If you're looking for positivity, you're gonna receive positivity. If you're looking and expecting negativity, that's what you're gonna receive as well. Let's say I have a conversation with someone and they tell me, watch out for this person, they're dramatic. Now, when I meet that person, I have that idea in the forefront of my mind, and that's what I'm going to bring about from that person. Those are the qualities I'm focusing on in that person, and that's how I'm going to identify that person. And it's important to remember that we all have different experiences with different people. So it's not fair to assume a person's character based on how another person's focus and perception of them is, because everyone's going to have a different experience with each individual person. People have depth. It's not like you see a person and someone says they're dramatic and that's their quality, that's their entirety of a being. They're not just dramatic, that's not their essence. And I just want to say that this is not a naive perspective. This isn't about being naive or not realizing that there could potentially be negative people and negative situations. Of course there are. This is life. Of course there's negativity in the world. It's not pretending that it's not there. It's just not putting your focus in it so you're not attracting it towards you. Because both exist. There are positive and negative forces in this world. It's not about ignoring the negative forces completely, but it's about understanding that you can choose what to allow into your life on a daily basis. So that's the baseline idea of this video, is understanding that we do have the power to switch that perspective. Now let's get into how we can do that. A big difficulty with seeing things in a positive light is when negative things happen to us, right? It's hard to see the positive in a situation that appears to be a negative thing. But what we can do is that we can look at challenges or negativity as an opportunity to grow. So do you see how there's that shift? So the situation is the same. It's still a perceivably negative, hurtful, painful situation, but your perspective is shifted on it. Your perspective is that, yes, I may be in the dark right now, but I know that this is for my growth. I know that I will become a better person after this, and I know I will learn lessons and ultimately be in my best place. But I have to go through this challenge. It's a part of the growth process. Perspective is everything. We all face challenges. Every single one of us in this world faces challenges. But there's no doubt that out of every single challenging situation, we grow smarter, we grow stronger, wiser, braver. We have a clearer vision once we're out of that darkness as to why that had to happen. Usually later in life, we find ourselves thanking a painful situation from our past for happening because it saved us from something later on. So at the time when we were facing that challenge, we didn't necessarily see the bigger picture. We didn't see the end result and how it was going to turn out, but it ended up turning out for the best, for our best good. And that's the thing about challenging situations, is that you can't see the outcome. You don't know why this is happening and where it's going to lead you. There's that uncertainty there. So by realizing that every single challenge will ultimately lead to our best good is crucial in switching our perspective. The only way to change a challenging situation or a painful situation is to get to the root of why it's painful in the first place. Getting to the root instead of running away. So what do I mean by that? We've been conditioned to avoid pain at all costs, to do anything we can to run away from the situation that's giving us pain. It's not completely ever getting away from the pain, it's just delaying it for a later time to have to go back and deal with it in a much more painful way. But we need to understand that pain comes to us for a reason. It's like a punch in the face that says, this is what you need to learn. This is what you need to change and transform about yourself. It's a warning sign from the universe that you need to get up and change something. It doesn't come to you, so you can do everything you can to run away from it. That, of course, is the result from pain that we do, but our goal is to change that. We want to change our perspective on how we view pain so we can change that. Flip the switch and turn it into you proactively deciding to change your outcome. Go through the discomfort of getting through your lack, because the point of every challenging situation that we get in life is for the sole purpose of us to transform and become better from it. Now, another thing that we can do that I think is so overlooked is that we want to treat literally every single moment of our lives, even the small details, as if it's something we're so passionate about. So even something as small as making your bed or doing your laundry or driving in traffic or taking a shower, all of those annoying things, do them all with passion. Bring happiness and flow to the smallest things that you can. Oftentimes, when we try to bring happiness and positivity, it's to our big goals, it's to our dreams, it's because we're always looking forward to something. We're looking forward to, oh, something's happening this weekend, I'll be excited for that. Oh, it's my birthday in a month, I'm going to be excited for that, I'm looking forward to that. But what about right now? We're neglecting the moment right now and how we should feel in this moment, because I don't care how I'm gonna feel in a month from now. I care about how I feel right now. And if you wanna get to that state of happiness, you need to practice being in the moment and appreciating the right now, and not just the right now, but the everyday small things. Of course, this is a practice. Of course, this is gonna take a lot of time to be able to master. But if you live your life as if everything is your passion, then you will literally align to a level where you can receive so many blessings. You'll find happiness and goodness in everything. Any dark situation that you find, you can turn the switch and turn it to light, because you have that power in your mind, like we spoke about, to switch that narrative, switch that perspective. There are different ways that we can bring passion into every little thing that we do. For example, let's say we dread the morning traffic drive to work or to school. We can play our favorite podcast, make it something that you're passionate about, something that you truly enjoy, and spend time doing that. Be mindful in every moment when you're eating or when you're doing your schoolwork, anything you're doing in life, put a spark of your passion into it. Because of course, not every moment is going to be a passionate moment, but we can turn it into that with enough practice and with enough desire to. With any of these topics that I speak of, none of this stuff will work for you if you don't have the desire for it. If you don't desire to be happier, then you're not going to attract that to you. You need to have that true desire. You need to truly feel like it can flow to you. It can come to you if you do the necessary steps. So how big is your desire? Because if your desire is big enough, you will do all of these things. You'll do anything to get there. Now, the final quick tip that I have is to completely trust and let go. To have certainty that everything will be okay. You know, in life we can choose to see all of our shortcomings, everyone else's shortcomings. It's so easy to see, but what takes an effort is to see people's differences as unique qualities, and even in yourself, to see yourself as someone who's unique rather than someone that lacks something, because you bring something different to the table. You have a different spark of light within you than every single other person in this world, and that's an amazing thing. That's not something you should ever be ashamed of. So have trust that yes, negative feelings come, negative situations come, but have trust that it's always for the best. Have trust in yourself. Know that you can switch it at any moment if you truly have a big enough desire. And don't get down on yourself if you can't do it right away, because it's a practice. It's nothing to be ashamed of yourself if you can't think a certain way. You just have to keep trying. That's the whole point of life. What matters in life is that you keep trying, is that you get knocked down 10 times and you get up 11. You keep getting knocked down, but you don't stop trying, because this is for you. This isn't for anyone else. This is for you and your happiness. How bad do you want it? Remind yourself of what you have in your life. Be grateful for it. Look around you and decide what you're thankful for, because everyone has it. Whether that's being able to breathe, being able to wake up this morning, being able to put on clothes, having a home, a shelter, a family, friends. There are so many things in life to be thankful for that we just overlook. And it's so important to really appreciate what we have so we can allow more to come to us. Because if we don't already realize what's in front of us and we suddenly one day lose it, we're gonna be in a lot of lack, and we definitely don't want that. So appreciate what you have today. Realize that you have enough, that you are enough, and you can attract more by letting go and switching your perspective to decide to see things in a more positive light. And you can do it. I believe in you, but the next step is for you to believe in you, because that's the only thing that's going to determine if you change or not. I can't do anything. Me sitting here, yes, it can be inspiring. Yes, it can arise all these thoughts within you, but nothing will change until you do. And as always, subscribe below if you haven't already. Leave this video a big thumbs up and a comment if you enjoyed it, if it sparked anything in your mind, or private message me, Instagram DM me, leave me your feedback. I'm gonna leave you guys off with this, that it's important to trust that there's a flow to life. And sometimes we can't see the bigger picture because we're still in the frame. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.